Hello people, welcome back to BeautyJamm. Today we are doing the video that I do every year, which is the annual review. Is that what I call it? Do I call it annual review? I think I do. Yeah, this is where I look back on good things that happened during my year. These help me, they help me, to be honest. This year, not much happened. I'm going to warn you now, not much happened this year that I can say, you know, that was a good thing. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to go through some of the things that I wrote down. I've wrote them on post-it notes, so if I'm looking down like this, that's where I'm looking at. I'm looking at the laptop, which is on the floor. And yeah, so the first thing I've got wrote down is I turned 21. Yeah, that's something that happened this year. I turned 21. It's all downhill from here, to be honest. Not really much happened at all. No, not much happened. It feels the same as any other age, to be honest. There's no magical feeling at all. The only thing I felt good about was I can legally drink in America now, but I've never been to America, so that doesn't help me at all. But that was like a nice thing to think, you know, or like, yeah, I can drink in America now. That's nice to know. So yeah, that's the only thing. One thing you do get though, on your 21st birthday, you get visited and you get given a button which magically turns you 21 with every birthday. So in January, I'll be 21 again, which is great. So that's the first thing that happened. Number 2, I went on 2 holidays. Yeah, I went on 2 holidays. This never happens, right? I'm just going to point that out. Going abroad twice in a year is not something that I do. I've never done it before, but I did it this year. It just landed like that. I know you plan holidays, but I didn't plan it like that. Like, it just landed that way. So, yeah. Come May, I went to Ibiza. That was the best one. I'll put some photos here so you can see. I went to Ibiza. I've got... That was a good holiday. The weather was great. I did a blog post. I blog posted every day while I was there and kept you up to date with what I was doing, which was not much. But that's what I did. And it was great. The weather was roasting. I got sunburnt. I burnt my bum, which I've never done before and never want to do again, although it was good. The tan was good, but the actual burn wasn't, because have you ever tried to sit down with a burnt bum? Like, it doesn't happen. So yeah, that was a good experience for the tan, but a bad experience whilst I was there, because honestly, the after sun was not working. But yeah, that was good. The entertainment was good. The actual place was good. The sea, I went in the sea for the first time in years. That was great. What else happened? I don't really remember what else happened. But I know I wrote some blog posts on it anyway, so if you want to check those out, I'll leave them in the description below. I updated you every day. I blog posted every day whilst I was there. So yeah, that happened. But the next holiday, I came back to the UK after Ibiza. I spent a week in the UK and then I went again. Like I said, this doesn't usually happen, but it just did this year. I went on a cruise. That was okay. Weather was crap, to be honest. We went from Southampton. Never doing that again. If you ever go from the UK, if you ever go on a cruise, do not sail from the UK unless it's like a month one where you're going to sail into the warm weather and then come back. Just don't go on a week's cruise from the UK because the weather is crap. So unless you're going for anything other than the weather, then you can go. But if you're going for the weather, do not go from the UK. I don't care whether it's sailing to Spain, just don't go because it's rubbish. Weather-wise, that is. The ship itself was okay. It was kind of falling apart. There was bits that were like, I mean, when you're on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, the ship falling apart is not what you want to see. But I tried not to think about Jack and Rose whilst I was there. Yeah, there was like lights that weren't working. It weren't just like one light that wasn't working. There was quite a few. There was metal bits falling off, like hanging off. I was thinking to myself, what's going on with this ship? If Royal Caribbean ever get rid of Navigator of the Seas, this is why, because that was the one I went on and things were falling apart. All perfectly safe though, perfectly went fine. Not as good as Ibiza, but again, the weather was crap. We went to France, which is good. I got to walk around France, that was nice. And we also went to Vigo. Vigo was my favourite place the statues and just culture there was so nice. And somebody came up to me and asked me if I wanted to buy drugs, and I told them no. And then when they wouldn't leave me alone, they said that, you know, they just wouldn't leave me alone. So I was like, you know, I'm on a cruise ship, so you can't get anything on a cruise ship. They check all your stuff and things. I said, you know, I'm on a cruise ship, so I couldn't anyway, even though I don't want it. How to smuggle drugs onto a cruise ship? I was like, excuse me, don't want any, right? Yeah, and that was it. That was pretty much it. We went, where else did we go? We went somewhere else in Spain, but I've totally forgot. Somewhere else, but that one wasn't as nice as Vigo. It was nice, all the same, but Vigo was just the culture and the statues. It was just so nice. But yeah, the actual cruise itself, you know, it was just a bit... I just didn't enjoy it as much as I did before. I went to a cruise before with Royal Caribbean and it was really good, but this one just didn't seem to have that oomph, you know. Plus the weather from Southampton, it was cold, it was windy, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. Ibiza was definitely better. So yeah, went on 2 holidays. Blah, 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 blah. What else did I do? 2 years. That happened this year. Wow, that feels like ages ago. I've been vlogging and YouTubing for 2 years. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've been doing YouTube and blogging since 2014. 15, 16, 17. It's 3 years really. But I didn't create BeautyJamm until 2015. So it's been 2 years for BeautyJamm, right? But I was doing some things before, and I wanted to rebrand basically, so I did. I just got rid of it all, and I was like, no, we're doing this properly, so I did. So I canned it from 2015, and that's when I did it. 2 years on, and I kid you not, it's been a great journey. BeautyJamm has been nice. You can definitely see a change in me now. Double chin's a bit bigger, and the eyebrows have changed, and the facial structure has changed, to be honest, from when I first clicked film. And yeah, but I have noticed I'm a bit more confident. When I watch back my first video, I don't watch back my first video, but if I ever did watch back my first video, I'm very awkward. I'm not really knowing what to say, I'm not really understanding how this works, even though I'd filmed videos before, so I don't know why that happened, but it does. I still look away from the camera though. Literally every video I film is like this. I'm just staring. You know what I'm staring at? The back of a computer. I don't know why I do it. And whenever I edit, I'm just like this, looking. And I think, what am I looking at? And I've only just realised that I'm staring at the back of the computer desktop. Why? There's no reason for me doing that, but I do. So, see, I'm doing it again. If you look at my eyes in every video, I'm never looking at the camera, ever. I'm always looking like this, over there. You alright, guys? How are ya? So anyway, that's good. Gaming. I have enjoyed gaming this year. I enjoy gaming every year, but this year has been good. I have really enjoyed this year. Spyro: A Hero's Tale. I mean, I've played that game before, not all the way through. I played up to a certain part and then I stopped playing. But to actually finish that game and experience it, that was a good game. That was, and that was actually my most successful series so far. Because when I did Spyro 1, 2 and 3, I thought they'll be more successful than perhaps Enter the Dragonfly and A Hero's Tale, because I know people on the internet don't really like Enter the Dragonfly and the whole nostalgia thing, you know? So I thought those 3 would be the ones that people watched, but it's actually been the opposite. I did those 3, got a few views, you know, here and there, a few comments, not much. But as soon as I started Enter the Dragonfly, that's when people really started watching and commenting, and I thought, And I used to leave comments. I never used to respond to them because I didn't know how to handle that. Like, it was weird. I'd done 3 playthroughs and I wasn't used to comments, so I used to kind of just leave them. Not out of ignorance or rudeness, but just, it was kind of like, I don't know how to talk to people online, so I'm just going to leave it because of the whole stranger danger thing. So yeah, but once I started playing A Hero's Tale, people started commenting on every video, and I thought, I can't ignore people anymore. I didn't want to ignore people, it's just I didn't know how to handle it, you know. I wanted to talk and I wanted to say what I wanted to say, but I just felt like, what if they don't like me once I start talking in typing mode? So I kind of just left it and didn't respond. But once I started A Hero's Tale and made it a goal, I thought, with this series, if people comment, I'm going to respond. So that's what I did. And I've been responding. I try and respond to every comment, but sometimes I don't really know what to say, so I just thumb it, or I just, like, you know, the heart thing that you can do now. I just heart it, something like that. So at least people know that I've seen it and I've acknowledged that they've said something, you know. So that's what I've done, and I'm really, really glad that I did that, because I feel like I have more of a community now, rather than a people watch me and I'm over here just playing my game and they watch me. Do you know what I mean? So now I feel like I'm actually, like, building a mini community, which I love on the gaming channel. BeautyJamm's okay. BeautyJamm's okay. But I have really, really enjoyed gaming this year. Crash Bandicoot. Let's talk about him. Okay. You know, Crash 1. Great idea. Definitely. The original idea, I think I've said this millions of times, the original idea was to play the trilogy, the new trilogy, when that came out. That was what I was going to do. I was going to do that. I thought, Enter the Dragonfly, I mean, A Hero's Tale ends, I can perhaps play Wrath of Cortex, because I've already got that game, and then I'm going to play the new trilogy. However, my PlayStation 4 decided to break and spit discs out at any moment. So I thought to myself, I can't film that now, because this is broke. So I thought to myself, I'll play the original. Bad idea, terrible, never, ever. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be brutally honest with you now. I didn't realise how hard that game was. I swear it was not that hard in my childhood. It wasn't. So, yeah, I got really miffed off with the game. I sort of left it and I was like, this is it. I'm playing a different game because I can't deal with the stress of having a video to upload. So I went on to Wrath of Cortex. I have filmed more of Crash 1, but I don't really feel like the videos are there. We don't progress in the game at all. I'm just doing the same level over and over again. So I'm waiting until I've done some levels before I upload them. I might upload a few fails just to keep the series running, but it's one of those games that I need to film and finish before I can actually say, yes, this is a good episode, let's upload it. Because I don't want to upload like 2 weeks worth of videos and not be progressing in the game. Like, I didn't want that. So I was like, okay, we'll go on to Wrath of Cortex. In the new year, I am going to film on the PlayStation 4 because I've got a new one. So I'm going to film the trilogy in the new year sometime, probably after I finish Wrath of Cortex, because we're still currently playing that. So look forward to that in the new year. I can't wait. And then we will see how it goes for the original Crash 1. I'm definitely going to finish it, but it might take me a long time because, you know, the difficulty and all that. Or once I play Crash 1 on the trilogy, I might leave the original because I've already played it on the trilogy, but we'll see. I hate leaving series because I don't want to leave the series, but we'll see how things go. In other words, when I play the trilogy, if any of the levels past Toxic Waste are extremely hard, it's not going to happen, but we'll see. Filming wise, in Crash Original, I'm up to Pinstripe. I have filmed up to him. But the bridge level is my current pain. Yeah, so that's not going to happen quite yet. But we'll see. What else? The last thing. In December, I went to Liam Gallagher's As You Were tour. Can you see the t-shirt? Can you see the t-shirt? Yeah, I went there in Birmingham. Amazing. Let me tell you a story. When I was younger, by younger, I mean like 1. Mum used to put me in a chair. You know, chairs that you put babies in, you know. She used to put me in this chair thing, strap me in, and blah blah blah. She used to have Oasis playing, because this was the 90s, 1996, 97-ish. And she used to have Oasis albums. She used to play them a lot. I've been raised on them, really. Good band, I have to admit. She also used to play Coldplay and things like that too, but she said that when she put me in the chair, the stereo used to be behind, not right behind me, but behind the other side of the room, but it was behind me, you know. Whenever Oasis used to play on the album or on the radio, I used to try and look in my chair at where the noise was coming from. But it was only when Oasis were playing. I never used to do it with any other band, no other band, only them. And it was only ever when Liam was singing, which is weird. I didn't know that, she just told me. That is weird, but he's got a really unique voice. He just has. I don't know what it is, but I just love his voice in rock and roll. It's weird. But I love it, which is crazy because I've never felt like that before. But obviously from a 1-year-old, I've just loved his voice. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just a story. And I still enjoy his album now. If you haven't checked out his album, make sure you do, because it's alright. I did an album video. I'm doing one for next week, I think, or the week after, but I'll talk about that a bit more. So I'm not going to go too much detail into that. But I went to his tour. It was a great night. Slipped all the way there because it was icy, which was not fun. You know what? I'm just going to put this out right. They didn't sand the canal front, and there's no barriers. I was like, what? So I was practically slipping my way to the arena, and I thought to myself, anybody, literally anybody, could slip and fall in the river. The canal, sorry, not the river. The canal. Anybody, right? And the canal wasn't frozen over either. Like, it was water, you know. So I thought to myself, this is crazy. So I just want to point that out. That was not good. Birmingham, or somebody who's in higher positions, next time it snows, can you please sand the canal front? I can't believe I'm having to say this. Can you please sand the canal front so that nobody falls into the canal and dies? So yeah, but it was a good night anyway. I enjoyed it. Great voice, great night. I had about 5 drinks thrown over me. Not because people are angry with me, that's just what they do at his concerts for some reason. Yeah, so that's it. So that's pretty much it. That's all that happened this year. I told you it's not much. It's not much. I can ramble my way through the things that happened this year. So that was it. I've had a good year though. It's been alright. It's been a bit boring, but it's been okay. I'm glad I ended it with a tour, and I'm glad about the good things that did happen, you know. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below some good things that maybe happened to you this year. Did you go to any tours or anything like that? And yeah, make sure you subscribe for more videos from me, and I will see you next year. Oh man,